Here we go. It don't matter. We just need to change Boingo Kazoingo
So how do we
to Yosh. Just click him.
change the character?
Yeah.
You need to generate a thumbnail.
All right, here we go. Gamer rights and game. Oh, you know, I'll wait till this is sorted. Actually.
Yoshi. Okay, update player.
That'll make it permanently Yoshi. And then generate thumbnail, yeah. And then switch scene.
Okay, and then how do we swap?
And switch scene on this side. Okay.
All right, gamers. It's an intricate setup, this, but it's bloody good when it works its best. Here we go, gamers and gamers, and is that updated?
Yeah, it's still saying reject special case.
Click off it.
Restart TSA.
It's still saying.
Restart TSA.
All right, here we go. We're restarting it. The technology is going to work eventually, but you know what else might work there? A shield poke with the waterfall, but instead, it's not quite the case. Here we go, gamers and gamers alike. It's Doggy Underscore piloting the Kremlin Commander up against the squirtiest little squirrel turtle this side of Kanto. It's Cactus's classic trainer taking on Doggy Underscore. I am, of course, Hobhunks, and we are having fun on a bunny here at touch base number 5 at our beloved 4 quarters venue. Here we go. The down tilt goes for it, and there we are. The back throw comes out. Offstage situation created, and as someone who's played K-Rool an awful lot, this is a very tricky predicament you find yourself in when Squirtle sat there comboing you, and Ivysaur at a moment's notice can come right out and just down air you in the air. There's not a lot you can do because obviously Kremlin Copter isn't the greatest recovery, even though it is getting you down from pretty low down. It's not the best. Beautiful though, just swinging, knowing the water gun's coming out there after Cactus charge it, and there we go. That could have been a huge follow-up there. Up B into forward aerial at certain angles is very, very true. Here we go, using the air dodge to get back, and there we go, pulling himself straight back to Legend Doggy Underscore. Wants the grab to do that down throw, you gotta think, but doesn't quite find it. Here we are, wants a big finish, and the big belly of the Kremlin Commander comes out massively, but unfortunately, unlike the BMI of King K. Rool, it's not high enough damage to take out Ivysaur, and the cretinous cabbage is on. Now, let me tell you one thing, gamers, one thing or another. Cactus, back in the day, the Ivysaur was horrific to fight. Cactus knew the crack with Ivysaur, and you know that doesn't go away. Forward aerial did just kill King K. Rool. Huge move, a big little hitbox, does surprising amount of damage and has a surprising amount of range, but big damage is what Doggy Underscore doesn't really need. He just needs one big hit. Here we go, the down throw and the up tilt, dabbing on Ivysaur, and there we go. The cabbage has been cremated by the Kremlin Commander. There we are, starting off the Squirtle combo tree. The up throw, not really leading into much, as Doggy Underscore's ready to take things with the ferocious feet of the big green boy, but doesn't quite find it. Instead, the dash attack is the choice here. Squirtle versus K-Rool is usually something that's quite Squirtle favored, but if you can get things like the suck and cook, that beautiful use of the armor there on the belly, F-tilting straight through anything Cactus can do, it can be rather troublesome. Unfortunately, this advantage is a horrid state to be in. And here we go, just waiting, going low is Doggy Underscore, but Cactus knows this timing. Oh, and then look at the third one though. Back air comes out, and crucially, that killing blow did not land its mark. The croc is on the rocks, but no longer a big down area. You've got no ledge invincibility, and now you've got no second stock, says Doggy Underscore. Following through and taking out the Charizard. Jab lock is applied, and the down smash is going to do it. Not quite with the damage, but a decent little hit all the same. Big back air to send K-Rool back off stage, and wants something. I love it going so low, and then just forward aerialing. There we go, but straight back to Legend Doggy Underscore, just getting out of dodge, wanting to just apply that little bit of extra pressure, which will do so much at this crucial stage. A big air dodge there to ensure that the crown comes back, and wants a big F smash. Does Cactus, but doesn't guarantee the kill. But the crown may just throw it out forward there to try and just kick the cabbage before damage can be done. But Doggy Underscore falls forward easily. Huge F smash at 68 mid stage before hit. That's just what happens when you cross the Kremlin Commander. The villainous crocodile from the Donkey Kong Country series has taken the game 1. Oh, bloody hell. Give me some joy. I've got to play. My bracket's been Joker, Young Link. Give me this bit of joy.
Flipping heck, that's Regen 2023 commentator Hobhunks.
Oh, don't you start. You know, it's a bloody pleasure to be doing that. It's a bloody lovely.
Can you believe that one?
I know, I can't. I genuinely can't. I'm a lucky ducky. As I said in the NE chat the other day, I've been the luckiest of duckies. Let's do all the
I wonder
fates.
if we'll be doing the grand list of conquests. That'd be a
Maybe.
that'd be a scenario, wouldn't it?
The biggest bash this side of SR6. That's it.
Instead of a one.
That's my. I shouldn't give my postcode away. That's crazy. But hey ho, you missed it.
2 minutes. Oh yeah, it's still on the toaster. We've speed ran the bracket today. Funnily enough, I was one hit away from beating Ellen in winners, and then as soon as I lost, it's like right, it's time for the Game and Watch machine, who's looming over me right now.
It is not quite time, I guess you could say.
I didn't even get to play It Is today. The setup didn't have her on it, and I didn't have time to make one. So we just come back on the mic for Cactus versus Chozen. Game 2. Did Chozen play K. Rool?
It was. It's a double dose of the funniest character in the whole wide world. King K. Rool, my old friend, still here, still going, and Doggy underscore piloted him to expert effect. Great use of the armor, great use of his K. Rool's range with the long arms, and was able to snuff out a lot of what Squirt was doing. Obviously, the disadvantage state was horrendous, but that final blow was not quite found by Cactus early enough. As we see here, Doggy underscore goes for that grab, whiffs it again. We saw that a couple times in game 1 as well. But what Doggy underscore was able to do well, just close things out. And Cactus struggled that a little bit. Even the Ivysaur down airs weren't quite enough. He hit 2 in a row, but then failed to hit the 3rd. And as a result, things didn't quite go to plan. I love the use of it. If Copperback had been extended, that would have been it. But instead, it's the classic cabbage of Cactus coming out to commemorate the life of the Kremling.
At the blast zone and kind of in danger of losing his own stock in the process, to be honest. We know Ivysaur's line can be a little bit unreliable.
Yeah, absolutely.
At that distance, but all of a sudden, Cactus is in the lead out of nowhere because K. Rool had no option but to up B there, and it does have quite a lot of start.
Absolutely, yeah. And the fact that like you are forced to then recover, yeah, you can lean left and right, and unless you're directly above K. Rool, things aren't going to go so swimmingly as we see it down into an upstart. The sweetest of spots into an even sweeter spot.
Swimming with the fishes.
Sleeping with him after that one.
Because with Bentley Saw and Zard, like we've had Squirtle for the majority of this game. Ivysaur came out for the kill. Then it was.
Oh, but I don't want to fight Youngling again.
Has been particularly happy on the character at the moment. Only now swapping to Zard when a kill is sort of in sight at 121, but I wouldn't say it's. Would you say it's quite Charizard percent? Well, we'll find out off the back of
Zard does what Zard wants. Zard can do anything at 8% because Zard is a magical animal. Not quite as magical as that down there would have been, but there we go. An SD from Doggy underscore. Unfortunately, I've got to go and play a Young Link for the second time this bracket. Still catching a bit.
When he says Doggy underscore, he of course means Chozen. I've never heard of a Doggy underscore in my life. But the runoff down air attempt was thwarted out by the recovery of Cactus using the super armor on Charizard's up B fly, and then once that it kind of hit something but kind of didn't, so the move just, I guess, carried on with the fast fall, and then camera didn't follow, and then he just got deletoed at that point. So fair enough, but back throw to back air from Cactus, that famously kills at ledge, maybe not from the position it was used, but still putting the threat on Chozen, who was so comfortably ahead here in the start of the game. But if you're going to Flare Blitz straight through the crown, Cactus can sneak that one out of nowhere and take game 1 as soon as the
Chandog's gone somewhere. I'm going back in 2 minutes.
It's 1-1 now. It wasn't game 1, it was 1-1. Game 3 will decide between these two lovely gentlemen. Cactus will most naturally be sticking with Pokemon Trainer, but Evan Doggy underscore Chozen has the world at his feet, I would say. Stargazer Colosseum, wait a minute. Dialga's fight to the finish is in here. Oh, let's have a bit of that. Magikarp Festival. Mate, this mod pack goes insane. What the fuck? Rainbow Rocket, banger. Love that one. I'll go on, pick it, I dare you. Ah. So the longer Chozen takes on the music select, the more likely he is to lose. That's my opinion. Anyway, good choice in the end. Not quite as good as Rainbow Rocket that he started at one point. But for Battle Silver, He's kind of forgetting who that. Honestly, if I were Cactus, I'd go with the Ethan skin from Heart Gold and Soul Silver on the trainer at that point. The canonical defeater of Silver. For good luck, but now he'll return as Leaf from Fire Red and Leaf Green to deal with Chozen's biggest play yet. Going Incineroar to deal with Cactus. Firmly considered to be Chozen's second best character at this point, behind the Bowser Jr. And it's put to good effect so far. A couple of revenge-based attacks. So with cross stage with the withdraw, but Chozen's quite happily covering the whole stage as and when. Cactus now sneaking in. A good combo. Now he's done enough to say, okay, Squirtle, you've done your job. I'm going to go with the Ivysaur. Type disadvantage and all that, but in reality, this is a wise switch. Getting hit by the sour spot there of Darkest Lariat, so not any great danger. Now it's Zard time. On the second occasion, Chozen will get the Alolan Whip, but I wonder if the move had staled in the process of that first one, because it just barely didn't kill. And now with one flamethrower, Chozen drops to the bottom blast zone and dies. I think trying to ledge roll, but just gets an air dodge in the middle of the flames. And that was it. But once again, Cactus was firmly losing a game, but snuck ahead. But this time, Chozen doing what needed to be done. Cactus is now losing as a result of his own Flare Blitz. But the point is, Chozen has reclaimed the lead ASAP, and that's exactly what he needed to see, considering how Game 2 went when he forfeited his lead with the late reversal on the spike. Jump Nair, always one of the favourite options of Incineroars around the world. Switches it up for down tilt just to not be overly predictable. And yeah, Razor Leaf is one of the favourite options of Ivysaurs around the world, but against Incineroar, you can just soak it all up with that revenge. Has not got the opportunity to really use the revenge though, despite soaking it in. Cactus is going to throw more opportunities. I'm sure Chozen will be waiting for another one. Actually attempts the Alolan Whip there, trying to armor through the hitboxes of Cactus, but it just doesn't quite work out. Does get clipped by the Razor Leaf. Attempts a spike as well with the cross chop. They're both so close to killing each other at any given time, but eventually the jump read back air will take Cactus down to his final stock here in Lucid Side. Chozen finally getting a proper handle on things. Now the water type Squirtle is going to put the fire to bay potentially. Not going to kill with a waterfall or anything, but Cactus just playing with Squirtle out of comfort and knowing that that could have been a back throw potentially. I don't know what percent Squirtle's back throw will kill at, but it's like deceptively strong. It's a proper yeetus deletus kind of move, but Cactus didn't opt for it on that occasion, knowing more about the kill percent than I do, you would assume. Did have to forfeit stage control for it anyway. Eventually the Ivysaur back throw will be the one that takes the stock instead. So can Cactus secure the deal as he sticks with Squirtle here in last stock game 3? Air dodge has been used from Chozen. Makes it back to ledge though with the single hit of Cross Chop on the way up. That was an attempted jab lock from Squirtle's F-tilt, but for some reason Chozen was just, I guess, too close to getting up because he was back on his feet before you knew it. Cactus controlling the ledge. No way! The Ivysaur down air almost certainly would have killed there and ended the game, but just about super armoring through, and the Alolan Whip through Razor Leaf will secure it. Chozen takes the dub when it seemed like Cactus was so close, but the super armor saves